The great subscription scam. Now everything sucks forever and it's all your fault. Look at your pathetic drained out face. Do you know what you are? You're a zombie. A financial corporate zombie. Leaving a trail of digital receipts behind you. Pull up your bank statement. Seriously, I'll wait. Those charges, $7.99 of the weather app you've used once, the $12.99 for that niche streaming service that you watched like once, $19.99 for that cloud storage of blurry pictures of your cat. You're not a customer, you're a valuable user. A vegetable being harvested for money. You're a wallet with legs. And every corporation on earth has figured out how to drain you dry while you're too lazy to click that cancel button. It started so subtly, didn't it? It was the Trojan horse of convenience. We were told we were too stupid to own things, too disorganized to keep track of physical media. Just pay $10 and they'll handle it for you. Just sit back and consume. And we've bought the lie. We threw away our DVDs, uninstalled perfectly good copies of Microsoft Word, and we were told that paying $15 a month to access them was just smarter than paying $50 once to own that thing forever. And we believed it. We have swallowed the corporate cyanide, and now everything is rented. Everything. You want to use your toaster? Pay that subscription. You want to turn that light bulb on and off? Subscription. Want to see Diddy Billy dancing in jail? Subscription. And that's also the premium. So you didn't buy that software. You rented it. Constantly updating, perpetually broken piece of cloud-based misery from Adobe for the price of a small car. You're paying them a king's ransom so you can open up a Word document. And the peak of the sick consumerist corporate parody is the car features. You already paid $60,000 like a clown for a car that you own. And you own everything on it. The engine, the leather interior, the windshield. But those heated seats? Those are physically wired to your car. However, $12 a month and you'll be able to use it. Otherwise, the seat's probably gonna eject you on I-75. It's like buying a house and the bank comes back a year later saying, we noticed you're using your water in your bathroom, so that's gonna be $20. But let's talk about how they broke your brain. This isn't an accident. This is a psychological warfare refined over decades. It started with the free trial. Sounds innocent, right? Nope. It's a trap designed by behavioral economists who spend their life studying your weak, predictable monkey brain. They know that once you enter your credit card information, once you experience that little bit of a dopamine hit, you're basically cooked, fish on a hook. And the genius part? They make cancellation a nightmare. You can sign up with one click, but canceling? Oh, it requires a phone call, during business hours, 6-page form, 3 emails or whatever, guilt tripping you into a conversation with a retention specialist named Chad, who's been trained to make you feel like you're abandoning a child at a Catholic church. Are you sure you want to cancel? You'll lose access to all your saved content. Yes, Chad. I want to cancel. I haven't opened your apps since Biden was coherent. They have weaponized your own guilt against you. They have turned the cancel button into an emotional hostage negotiation. And you fall for it every single time because you're too polite to hang up on Chad. And Chad doesn't give a single about you. Chad is reading from a script while watching Andrew Tate on the other monitor. Now for the bait and switch price hike. They lure you in with a sweet introductory price. First 6 months, half off. They'll know you'll forget about it. They'll know you'll integrate it into your overscheduled existence. They're building a financial chokehold around your neck. They get you completely reliant on their services, and then they administer the price adjustment, slowly raising it. And the excuses? Oh, yeah. To ensure that we can continue to deliver a high-quality experience, we've raised the out of your prices. So let me translate that to you. We've maxed out our user growth, so now we're gonna squeeze the morons that are already here until their eyes water. We're investing in new features. The translation, we're paying our CEO $50 million bonuses because you're funding it and you're gonna just keep paying. They know you won't cancel. They're counting on your inertia. They know that the pain of setting up a new account, downloading data, learning a new interface, and clicking through a 3-page cancellation flow is too much for you. So just pay the extra $3. You grumble online for 5 minutes. You accept your fate like a trained seal accepting a dead fish. You are a predictable, spineless source of income, and they know you. You are perfectly conditioned for this. And here's the sick part. They run tests on this, literally run experiments on this, and they find out the exact price that you're willing to pay, but not cancel. They've calculated down your breaking point. They'll know you'll tolerate $2.99, but increase that to $5, and you might actually do something about it. They turned your financial tolerance into a spreadsheet, and they're optimizing it quarterly. But forget money for a second. Let's talk about the soul-crushing despair of the illusion of ownership. You don't own the content, you're just renting access to a temporarily digital void. If a company loses the licensing deal, the show you paid for vanishes. Poof, it's gone. You paid them $180 a year for nothing but a temporary promise. Remember when you could buy a DVD and it was yours forever? You could watch it whenever you want. You could lend it to a friend. You could sell it at a garage sale. But now, you're paying more for less. You're paying for the privilege of accessing something that can be yanked away at any moment. They can alter the content, they can change the interface, they can delete the feature you like, and they can also charge more for it. They can shut down the servers for a video game you paid $70 for, and you're left with a useless piece of junk made out of plastic that you can shove in your ass sideways. Your digital life is built on sand, and every corporation has their foot on a shovel ready to collapse your little sandcastle. You're basically a tenant in your own digital apartment, and the landlord just keeps changing the lock every Tuesday. So, the stacking costs, and this is where the total mental breakdown happens. You thought you were smart when you cut the cord on the $150 cable bill. You didn't. You didn't cut the cord, you just replaced one giant financial monster by 200 tiny ones. Look at the stack. Your core services, Spotify, Netflix, Prime, Google, and then a VPN. That's probably $60 right there. Then your software, Adobe, Microsoft 365, maybe a project management tool, another $40. Then your convenience app, the workout app, the food delivery app, the premium subscription that you don't really need. But wait, you got your essential subscriptions, the antivirus software, and the backup service. Then you got your hobby subscriptions, the medication apps, and the language learning apps that you've only opened like twice to learn Russian for some reason. And then your I'll cancel this later type subscription. Usually it's the gym. Maybe even a magazine subscription you forgot about that you signed for in 2019. And then the absolute pinnacle of insanity, subscription boxes. You're literally paying money to have somebody else choose the products they'll send you. And it's usually a mystery box of garbage that you don't need, delivered monthly. Oh, I wonder what artisanal snacks I'll get this month. It's chips. It's always the chips. Get your ass to the Dollar Tree and get chips if you want. It's not $5 a month anymore. It's 5 plus 10 plus 15 plus 20. It all accumulates, and that becomes $300 to $400 every month that you don't realize that you're paying. You're bleeding money from 1,000 tiny cuts, and you're just too disorganized and too lazy to put a bandage on every single cut. You have financial hemophilia, and your bank account was currently dead on the floor. Just do the math. That's $3,600 to $4,800 a year. That's a vacation, right? That's a down payment on a car. That's therapy sessions for you, because you need them. So, what's the only weapon we have? It's the cancel button. Go through your bank statement after you watch this video. Find those subscriptions you forgot about and just end them. And don't look at the picture of the cartoon puppy they got on their cancellation. And don't fall for pause your account button. You want to make them wait for their lost revenue. They are counting on your weak, easily distracted mind. Don't let them win. Be a force of financial destruction to their quarterly projections. I want you to imagine the panic in the boardroom when the rates are going down. I want you to picture some VP of customer retention watching the numbers drop and feeling the stock options evaporate. I want you to be the reason they have an emergency meeting. And of course, they're going to send out the whole "we miss you" email with a 20% discount. Also, don't fall for that. You don't need more of it. You can survive without the premium version of the weather app. You can watch free content on YouTube, like, this video, for instance, instead of 8 different streaming services. There's also free software alternative. You can also go to the library and check out physical media like a civilized human being. So reclaim your financial dignity. Stop being a passive revenue stream and start being an active participant in your economic life. But let's be honest, you ain't gonna do shit. You'll nod, you'll feel a brief moment of righteous anger, and then you'll just move on to the next video. You'll forget to cancel that $10 music app that you haven't opened in 6 months, and then you'll sign up for another free trial for next week. Did I also mention yearly fees? Yeah, they're a thing. Anyways, don't forget to unsubscribe, get it?